Thank you, everyone. Bon après-midi. Mon nom est Richard Scott, directeur communication avec Canada Soccer. Et je vous souhaite bienvenue à notre conférence de presse. Good afternoon, and thank you, everyone. Glad to have you here for today's press conference. Before we start, I'll just have a couple of introductions, and then we'll go around with some comments, and then an opportunity for questions and answers. And we'll also be on Zoom. First, like to introduce from left to right, we've got Stephanie Labbé, Olympic gold medal winner from this summer's Olympics. We have our head coach, Bev Priestman. And from our Vancouver Whitecaps, our Rex program, our National Development Center, as well as our under 17, we have here Ashley Roberts from Vancouver Island. Cette équipe a non seulement changé la couleur de la médaille après 2 médailles de bronze aux Jeux de Londres et de Rio, mais a livré un moment marquant pour le Canada. We're very proud that the gold medal victory can became one of only 3 nations in women's football that have been on the Olympic podium 3 times, joining Germany and USA. And of course, those are probably also the 3 nations which have led by example when it comes to women's football in terms of registered players across those countries. And also of note, from 211 member associations, Canada and Brazil are the only 2 nations of the world that have been on the podium for the last 3 Olympic Games. And of course, Brazil on the men's side and Canada on the women's side. Dans cet esprit de collaboration, Canada Soccer est heureux de procéder à une annonce spéciale. So now we'd like to get to today's announcement. So there you have it. And before we'll pass it on to Bev, the Canada Soccer Women's National Team Celebration Tour is coming to British Columbia. We will have 2 matches. Both matches will be played against the 11-time African champions, Nigeria. And of course, both of those nations are right now preparing for this summer's qualifiers for both the FIFA Women's World Cup, as well as for us for the Olympic Games. Alors, notre série de 2 matchs, le vendredi 8 avril au BC Place et le lundi 11 avril au Stade Starlight de Langford sur l'île de Vancouver. The first match here in Vancouver also provides Canada Soccer with an opportunity to celebrate Christine St. Clair's world record-setting goals record. Of course, we wanted to do that a couple of years ago, so we'll be delighted to do that in front of our home crowd here at BC Place. And the 2 matches will also provide us a farewell to Stephanie Labbé, who will wrap up her professional international career as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Alors, le premier match à Vancouver donnerait aussi l'occasion à Canada Soccer de célébrer le record du monde du but international de Christine Sinclair et aussi l'occasion de dire au revoir à Stephanie Labbé. And just to correct things there, she was the best performing goalkeeper in 2021. There's no question about that in terms of last season. Bev, we'll start with you, and maybe just tell us a little bit about the excitement of playing here at home in front of our home fans.
Yeah, I think it's been a long time coming, but you know, with the restrictions lifted, it gives us a great chance to you know, get that stadium full. But I think there's a lot of relevance to Vancouver. For me personally, I live in Vancouver. You've got Christine Sinclair, you know, breaking that world record, and there's a lot of ties to Vancouver because, you know, you look at the World Cup, this team, I think, is cherished in this part of the country. We get to celebrate players who, you know, like Ashley sat next to me, have come through the Vancouver Whitecaps, you know, Jordan, Julia, who put the ball in the back of the net. And then to my left here, Steph gets to do a farewell, I think, in a stadium and in 2 stadiums, really, but a moment that, you know, she got us on that podium, and I think that the whole country wants to celebrate that departure, and it'll be really important for that group. So massively excited. Can't wait. It's not long away. And for us as preparing for where we're heading, we haven't got a lot of experience against African nations. So for me, playing Nigeria, we haven't played them a lot, but we know they're an unbelievable team, and it'll be a great experience for us to help push forward on our new journey.
Before I go to more questions, Bev, we'll just ask you a little more, but maybe just start about not just the experience of the team, but also the youth. And to your right, of course, you've got Ashley Roberts from our U17 program, who's just come back from a tour in Spain. Just tell us in terms of the importance of also playing in front of the next generation of players.
Yeah, I think massively important. Yeah, I think this team, as you know, is made up of some unbelievable veterans, but also some players that have come right the way through. In 2012, you know, you speak to Julia, she was inspired in that moment, and this team have inspired a whole new generation. There'll be a lot of goalkeepers, I think, who've signed up to play soccer in the last 12 months. But I think to see this team live and hopefully put on an unbelievable show, I think it's only going to continue to inspire a whole group come through, and in the future, hopefully go and represent Canada on the world stage.
Good. And one last piece, perhaps, just in terms of the importance of the summer's competition, both doubly as a World Cup qualifiers as well as Olympic qualifiers.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's a celebration tour, and don't get me wrong, on the nights of the game, we'll absolutely be using it as that. But I think for me as a coach, my job is to keep moving this team forward. And I think everything outside of that needs to be about putting in the hard work. We can't underestimate the task we've got ahead of us, both this summer and, you know, hopefully into a World Cup and Olympic Games. So, you know, I think the Nigerian team will give us some relevant pictures, that'll be really important that we head into the summer into that World Cup qualification, and that new format gives us an opportunity. If we win that tournament in the summer, you qualify very early for an Olympic Games, and it helps us map out our pathway. So we are moving forward, we're climbing a new mountain, and this tour will absolutely allow us to do that while celebrating the unbelievable achievement and players that were a big part of that.
Good. Alors, avant que je prenne des questions pour vous deux, juste sur Zoom, si vous avez des questions, if you are on Zoom and have questions, I believe Marianne can help you in terms of passing the questions on to us here on the floor through Dominic. So Ashley, just maybe tell us a little bit about what that experience was like playing in Europe with the under-17s.
It was so fantastic. Yeah, something I never experienced before. So, and something I dreamed of as a kid. So to be able to actually like live it out was thrilling. Yeah.
And now when you think about these two games, you know, both on Vancouver Island as well as here, what would we like to watch, you know, your heroes?
Oh, it'd be so cool. I didn't have the chance to watch them like the last times they've come over to Vancouver. And so to have them in Victoria, I think will just be really exciting to just be able to watch them with my friends and stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Stephanie, just tell us how things have been since August. I know it's been, you know, a little bit of a whirlwind, but in terms of, you know, when you think back to that gold medal, you know, how would you sum it up?
Yeah, I think a whirlwind is a great word to use. You know, the first 6 months, I think, unfortunately, the way that it works out as soccer players, we have to go straight back to our pro clubs. So not really getting that opportunity to come home and celebrate with our country. You know, you maybe get a few days, but so the first little bit was, you know, readjusting and getting back into the pro life. And then for me, I think that's what's been really special about these past few months. I've been able to come back to Canada and really, I think, feel the excitement and really see the impact that we've made on young Canadians, on older Canadians, like just on the whole country. It's been such a humbling experience to come back and just see, like I said, how many lives we've touched. And I mean, for me, like just walking around back home and getting recognized and people coming up and saying, you know, I was up at 6 a.m. watching that game. You know, those are the moments that I think really make you really realize how big it was and how many people we've impacted. And it's truly been a great experience so far.
And have you watched, or have you enjoyed watching the Olympic Games, the Winter Olympic Games, and not having to play them a little bit? How was that?
Yeah, it's been a different experience now, you know, just being a fan watching, seeing it from a totally different perspective. But I think at the same time, for me, just like, I think feeling that excitement that people felt watching us, I was able to feel that same excitement watching other athletes, you know, go out and perform at their absolute best on the world stage. And seeing, amazing performances and athletes come out of their shells and having breakout performances. I think that's what's so inspiring to people. And I can, feel that excitement that people had for us.
And just then bringing it back to the pitch, and of course, it's always about the team and the teammates. So how special it will be to kind of share that moment in April with your teammates.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely special. Number one, I've missed the girls. I've missed the past 2 camps, unfortunately, for different circumstances. So it'll be amazing just to get back with the team and get back in the environment to feel that energy and that really special environment that we've created. But also, I think for me, being from the West Coast, we've played so many games here in Vancouver that it really truly has felt like a second home to me on the field. So to be able to come to Vancouver, I know I'm going to have a few sections of family and friends coming out to support. So that's going to be really exciting. And I think just, for me, it's about being able to celebrate with my team, with the coaches and the staff that have helped me get to where I am. But then also, with the fans, the people that have supported me and been there for me through the past, 15 years of my career, to be able to celebrate with everyone, it's going to be really special.
Thank you very much. So we'll go with a few questions here on the floor. We'll also have an opportunity for a one-on-one breakouts afterwards. But if we'd like to just open for some questions on the floor, and then Dom will coordinate the ones on Zoom. Yep, there we go.
Hi, Stephanie. I'm wondering if you can talk to us about what it means to be preparing to play your final games wearing the maple leaf.
Yeah, it's a surreal moment. One that, I kind of saw coming, but I think it always felt so distant. So I think, to know that it's kind of right around the corner now is, I think, to be honest, like the biggest word I can find is exciting. I'm at a point in my life where I know that it's the right time, and I'm so excited for what's next and how I can continue to impact the game and in a different position. And yeah, I think it's an exciting moment, and one that I'm just hoping that I can, really feel all of the excitement in every single moment and stay present throughout it.
I'm going to drop one in before Dom goes, if there's anything there. But Ashley, what was your favorite moment at the Olympic Games from watching it?
I think my favorite moment was probably Labbé's save.
Yeah.
That was pretty exciting. Yeah.
Which one? She made quite a few. So
I'd have to say the last one.
Yeah. And Bev, same thing for you. I mean, obviously we've talked a bit about it already, but when you think back on the Olympic Games, what are 1 or 2 special moments that you have?
It's probably all the things that people don't see. To be honest with you, that moment feels very surreal. Your friends, your family, the players' friends and family obviously weren't in the stadium, and so you see them on FaceTime with a medal around the neck in tears. But it was all the little moments. It was the Mario Kart competitions. It was how this team connected when actually you're in difficult circumstances. You can't leave your hotel. But I think this team were just so committed to fulfilling a vision, and you felt that, you seen it. The moments that you shared with staff and players, and you get to know them more than probably what you think you would in 40 days. So it's all the little moments, but that, running onto the pitch, them crazy moments for me, I didn't think I had that in me, but it just tells you how important and how big those moments are, because you can see how much these players have put in, not just in the summer, but their whole career, to get to that moment. And that felt very special, and I felt very privileged to be the coach that shared that moment.
And Steph, how did you do in Mario Kart?
Not so good.
As good as me, I think.
Yeah, not as good as I did at PKs. We'll say that.
Dom, go ahead.
Yeah, we've got a question from Zoom. This one's for Steph. It's coming from Armin Bedekin of One Soccer. He's asking, Steph, can you just share what you see the promise in the next gen of Canadian women's national team goalkeepers, of course, including the recent performance from Anna Karpenko at the CONCACAF U20 Championship?
Yeah, I mean, it's so exciting for me. I've known for years that the Canadian goalkeeper squad is extremely deep, and I was extremely fortunate to grow up and train and learn from 2 of the best goalkeepers in the world behind Erin and Karina. So learning so much from them, I felt truly blessed. And I mean, to see the goalkeepers come up, obviously training with Kaylin and Sabrina for so many years, and getting a few sessions in with Riley as well. Seeing the strength that they have is so exciting. And, they've been clawing and ripping at my heels for the past couple of years. So I'm really excited to see them, be able to step into these moments and show. And, we got a sign of that in the past tournament in England. It was really exciting for me to be watching as a fan and to see Kaylin kind of come into her own and step onto the field and show what she's been doing at the professional level on the international stage. And it was only half a game, but seeing Sabrina as well, I thought she brought incredible composure and calmness to the field. And I think that both of them are incredible goalkeepers. And then, seeing the youth come through, like winning these awards, that's just what we do now, I guess, in Canada is get goalkeeper awards. So it's pretty exciting, and I can't wait to be their biggest fans.
Okay, I've got another one from Armin at One Soccer. This one's for Bev. Bev, can you share what you're looking to see out of the team in this upcoming camp? And could you see any additions from the women's under 20 squad make the roster this time around?
Yeah, I think I would like to see, I felt that in the Arnold Clark Cup, we took some steps forward in particular areas. And I think I would like to see that again. The confidence that we showed in the last celebration too, that first game against New Zealand, I would love to see that in front of home fans. But I think there's some relevance around what we will experience with Nigeria that we need to practice, more like player marking, transition. There's some elements that are really relevant for the summer. So from a boring tactical view, I'll hope to see some of that. But for me, we hear a lot about the gold medal. I want to see it on the pitch. And I think we've seen that. We felt that a little bit, the impact that that's had on players' confidence. And then the under 20s, yeah, absolutely. I think you'll see some additions, but that group have only just started their journey. They haven't really had camps per se, and that was the start. And I think the under 17 group are about to go to qualifiers as well. And I'm watching. It's been a big part of our system to bring youth players in, and I'm committed to doing that. And you will see some players feature.
Keep it going from the Zoom then. We've got Derek Van Diest from Post Media. Question for Bev, if you can share the makeup of the team, will the makeup of the team, be looking towards CONCACAF Championship this summer, or using these games as another opportunity to get the entire Olympic group together one last time?
I think it'll be a blend. I think it would be naive to just, live with the Olympic team. I think where we're at now, we're not far away from that qualifier. So it'll be a wider squad, a chance to assess players, because we haven't had that. Normally you have a down year before you go again. And obviously with the postponement of the Olympic Games, we don't have that. So I've got to probably in many camps see some faces, assess some players, because I think the team that wins in 2024, 2023 won't be the same team that won in 2021. So I think we have to keep building, but at the same time respect and know that group of women who were in 2021 and brought us that moment deserve this moment as well.
Tickets will go on sale this Friday, March 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, with advanced pre-sale window for Canada Red members beginning tomorrow, Thursday, March 17th. And tickets will start as low as $30 for both the Vancouver and Victoria matches. And groups of 10 or more can benefit from discounts of up to 30%, with full match and ticket details available on canadasoccer.com.